Hey, my name is Ben Sahlstrom. I'm labeling all of my wires that I've pulled into the walls, and I just want to show you how I've been doing that. It's just an idea for you, and I'll show you starting with how I'm designating and separating each circuit, starting at the panel. Starting right here, you can see that I have all of the circuit breakers numbered, both the neutrals and the hot wires. Coming back to each breaker has a little tag on it that I used the sheathing from 14 gauge wire. So since each one of my circuits has a specific number where the breaker is going to be installed, I'm using that number, for example number 22 for my office receptacles, to designate on each tag as I'm making my labels. So you could use a label maker, like a little label machine or something to do this, but I found that it's easier for me to just write. It's faster than typing in on one of those little keypads. That may not be the same for everyone, but basically all this is a self-adhesive label. So you have like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and then I printed graph paper lines on it, and then I just write my specific spot that my wire is going to or coming from, and then I take that and I put tape on that and then loop it just like these are. So you can see that there is tape on the outside of this to protect it and from any paint or drywall stuff, and then I leave it looped open like that so I can slide it over my wire. Now as far as the direction of the electricity, if the electricity is coming from somewhere, then I write from receptacle on the left. For example, number 22. So I know when I open the box and I look at it, it's circuit number 22, so I could go straight to my breaker panel and turn that off, or what have you. And then if we are going to something, to receptacle on the right, I know that the power is flowing in that direction. So I'll show you a couple that already have the tags on them here. Starting right down here. Here's my home run from the main panel, number 22. To receptacle on the right, number 22. Only label the black wires, or the hot wires. It's really all you need to do. You only need to label one wire from each cable. So that is how it looks actually applied. And then once I roll these into the box, they'll be a little bit harder to see, but they'll still be there, and it'll work well. So is labeling your wires worth it? I don't know. Is it a pain? Absolutely, it's a pain, and it takes longer than you would think it would. But for me, I really like the concept of being able to look into a box and see where the wires are coming from and going to. In this room right here, it's so simple with where they're coming from and going to, I could almost skip it. But there's a lot of other places, like with lighting, light switches. The way you're running those, it's much more worthwhile to have those labels there. I would highly recommend it if you can at all pull it off, but it is optional. You can figure it out later, but you'll probably save yourself a lot of troubleshooting time if you just go ahead and label your wires. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if this video helped you out, please rate it up and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos on a regular basis. We'll talk to you in the next video.